Sri Albinash Ji, Honorable MLAs, Honorable Advisors and Chairpersons from the Government of Sikkim, present here, Honorable Chairman, Land and New Disaster Management Department, Sri T.T. Bhutia Ji, Honorable Jilla Adakshas, Jilla Upadakshas and member of various Jilla Panchayats, respected Chief Secretary Government of Sikkim, Sri R. Telang Ji, respected Secretary National Disaster Management Authority Government of India, Sri Manish Bhardwaj Ji, respected Director General Police Government of Sikkim, Sri Akshay Sachdeva Ji, respected Vice Chairman State Disaster Management Authority Professor V.K. Sharma Ji, respected Joint Secretary National Disaster Management Authority Government of Sikkim, Sri S. Rakesh Kumar Ji, respected Additional Chief Secretary Tourism Department Government of Sikkim, Sri C.S. Rao Ji, respected dignitaries from NDRF, CDRF, SEALs and officers from Government of India, respected Secretary Land Revenue and Disaster Management Department Government of Sikkim, Sri M.P. Sharkaju, along with the department officers and employees, respected secretaries and officers from various departments Government of Sikkim, respected personalities facilitated today, respected district collectors and officials from Government of Sikkim, respected nodal officers from various government departments, respected officers from civil defense, members from civil defense and the members of Apada Mitra, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the press and media. Namaskar and good afternoon to all of you present here. On this special occasion of State Disaster Risk Reduction Day, we join together to remember our shared experience, celebrating our collective resilience and commit ourselves to a safer and stronger Sikkim. At the outset, on behalf of the people of Sikkim, I extend our heartiest welcome to the respected Secretary and the MA, Government of Sikkim, Sri Manish Bhardwaj Ji, along with other distinguished guests from Government of India in our Himalayan and green state of Sikkim. Coming to the context, this year's theme is Empowering Communities, Safeguarding Sikkim. Holds special meaning for us as it reflects our belief that resilient communities from foundation of a resilient state. For the people of Sikkim, this day carries deep emotional significance. We remember the devastating earthquake of 18 September 2011 and the tragic Glacier Lake outburst flood on the intervening night of 3rd and 4th October 2023, when the River Tista, our lifeline, turned into force of destruction, sweeping away hydropower projects, army personnel and civilian settlement beside loss of livelihood. These events tested our strength but also revealed our spirit of unity and determination. Sikkim's unique geography, located amidst the young and fragile Himalayan, 4 mountains and surrounded on 3 sides by international boundaries, exposes us to earthquakes, landslides, flood, and flash floods. Climate change has amplified these risks with melting glaciers, forming unstable high-altitude lakes, and altering our natural balance. The state has only one national highway 10, connecting the state with the rest of the country, which remain mostly disrupted during monsoon season, causing immense hardship to the citizens of Sikkim. In this context, disaster risk reduction is not a choice. It is our strong responsibility. Under Sikkim State Disaster Management Authority, we have taken significant strides in integrating risk-informed development planning into every sector. In partnership with NDMA and other national and international institutions, we have undertaken multi-hazard risk vulnerability assessment, land site studies, and scientific monitoring of glacier lake. Early warning system, high altitude expeditions, and capacity building programs are strengthening our preparedness and response frameworks. Through the Apada Mitra scheme and the induction of disaster management coordinators, supervisors, and assistants at Gram Panchayats and municipal levels, even in ward levels, we have ensured that disaster preparedness begins at the grassroots. Today, I am proud to dedicate a strong force of 1,185 disaster management officials deployed at every level of governance, ranging from ward to district to state level. These officers form the backbone of Sikkim's disaster risk management network. Their role will include their awareness campaigns, early warning, disseminations, fast response coordination, capacity building at the community level, and seamless convergence between local governance and state agencies. This step brings us closer to realizing our vision of empowering communities for safeguard Sikkim. Respected dignitaries, the 2023 glove caused damages worth rupees 3,398 crore, disrupting connectivity and severely impacting our tourism sector following a post-disaster needs assessment. The Government of India approved 555.57 crore for recovery and reconstruction, with the first installment of rupees 76 crores already released. While permanent restoration is underway, our fragile Himalayan ecosystem demands timely and sustained central support to strengthen resilience against future disasters. In this context, may I take this privilege to honestly reveal that this situation has placed a considerable strain on the state exchequer, and the Government of Sikkim has been facing a financial burden in addressing the aftermath. We had honestly hoped for a higher quantum of support from the Government of India to strengthen our disaster response effort. In view of the gravity of the situation, we remain confident that central government will extend its support and assistance to help us overcome these challenges. This year, we have also established a dedicated Sikkim State Disaster Management Authority cadre under the Land Revenue and Disaster Management Department, ensuring a specialized and professional workforce committed to preparedness, mitigation, and response. Respected dignitaries, I take this opportunity to congratulate all our officials whose dedication reflects the very essence of this year's themes: empowering communities, safeguarding Sikkim. Disaster preparedness is not only the sole responsibility of the government alone, it is a sheer responsibility of all the citizens of the state. I urge every household, every ward, and every village to play an active role in risk reduction, adopt safe construction practices, stay informed about early warning, participate in preparedness drill, and embrace sustainable environmental practices. Together, we can build a culture of safety and resilience as we mark State Disaster Risk Reduction 2025. Let us renew our pledge to empower our communities, protect our environment, and safeguard the future of Sikkim. Through science, technology, traditional wisdom, and collective action, we will ensure that our beloved state remains safe, sustainable, and resilient. On behalf of the government and people of Sikkim, I extend my warmest gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister of our country, Sri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Shah ji, and the central government for their continuous support during times of disaster. Their timely guidance and assistance have been a source of immense strength for us. I also place on record our deepest appreciation to the National Disaster Response System NDRF team, the State Disaster Response Force SDRF team, and the Indian Army for their relentless service, courage, and sacrifice in safeguarding lives and ensuring effective disaster response. We remain equally grateful to the people of Sikkim, whose resilience and solidarity in the face of adversity continue to inspire us, and to our neighboring state and northeast region and entire country who have stood with us in extending support and cooperation whenever we require. We are especially honored by the benign presence of the esteemed Secretary Sri Manish Bhardwaj and Joint Secretary NDMA, Government of India, along with distinguished dignitaries from various agencies of the central government in this State Disaster Reduction Day program. Your invaluable presence motivates us to strengthen our preparedness and mitigation effort with renewed dedications. We are indebted to have you all here despite of your busy schedule and hectic appointment. Together, let us continue to build a safer, stronger, and more resilient Sikkim in harmony with the vision of this disaster-ready India. In the words taken from the United Nations, disasters are not natural. They are the result of our unpreparedness. Let us prepare, adapt, and act together to build a disaster-resilient Sikkim. Indeed, disaster preparedness is not the responsibility of a single institution alone, but a shared duty that calls for collective action. We must come together, government agencies, armed forces, NDRF and SDRF teams, NGOs, community-based organizations, and above all, every individual citizen to build a culture of safety and resilience. By joining hands as one, we can ensure that our preparedness is stronger, our response instant, and our recovery more effective. We must be aware that disaster never identify boundaries, and therefore our preparedness must be collective and united. When we pull our strength, support each other, and act with unity of purpose, no challenge is too great and no disaster too devastating. Respected dignitaries, before I conclude, I express immense debt of gratitude and commend the Land Revenue Disaster Management Department, Government of Sikkim for their dedication and perseverance. With this words of gratitude to each one of you, I conclude my speech with the hope that together we shall continue to work for a safer and more resilient tomorrow for the coming generation. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Sikkim.